is asking how long will it take? How long you take is time. So we're looking for time. And when it's recording, it's going to take a while to write this stuff down. But time is equal to distance over rate. So we have those two items, don't we? We have the distance and the rate. So I'm going to plug in the 600 for my distance. And my rate is 40. Then I'm going to reduce. And then 60 divided by 4 is 15 miles per, oh, not 15 miles per hour. Because I'm looking for how long. 15 hours.
No.
That's how long it would take to travel 600 miles at 40 miles per hour.
That would be a long car ride.
Okay. Here's some information. Harry can travel 350 miles in 7 hours. Now there's multiple questions with this. First is, what is his speed? Speed is rate, and that's equal to distance over time. The distance is 350. Time is 7. 7 will reduce with 35 to 5, so that makes the rate 50 miles per hour. Now, using that information, how long would it take him to travel 800 miles? So we're looking for time here. Time is equal to distance over rate. The distance would be 800 divided by 50.
40.
80 divided by 5. 16 hours. Next question. At the same speed, how far could he travel in 12 hours? What are we looking for? What item?
Distance.
We're looking for distance on this one. Okay? So distance is equal to rate times time. So we're going to take the rate of 50 miles per hour times the time. 50 times 12, we just did, no we didn't. So 600 miles. Try to label these correctly. Okay. Well, it's a distance, isn't it?
Is it MI
600.
miles?
I think you can use that. I do sometimes.
Good job, Hannah.
Okay, on your clicker, now, you're going to work this.
Hold on. Is that jet black? Oh. Not the British from Mom.
I had a muscle spasm.
I'm going to ask a question, or put the question up there. You're just going to enter the number. We're not going to label these on your clicker so that we can get through this a little quicker. Not. All right, Mildred traveled the first 120 miles in 3 hours.
Hold on.
What was her speed?
Hold on. Mr. Clevenger, look at my clicker. It's messed up.
Well, have you can answer now?
You may not be able to get there.
Hot cake. Oh, I thought that was 50.
Do I have anybody's name crossed out that shouldn't be? Jesse.
Giles.
Jesse's in here.
Yeah, but his other name is up there.
Giles needs to redo hers.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
You put the wrong answer?
No, I'm so excited.
Oh. Okay, that's alright. Don't worry about it.
Silly goose monkey.
Where'd it go?
Goose monkey.
Okay.
fighting for salmon.
Siri, okay?
Huh?
You need help?
This? No.
Of course you say something.
I was just looking at it.
Bears.
Yeah, I'm good.
She was in China.
This might be
Sarah, did you?
What type of bird?
Alright, excellent. Everybody got that correct?
Yay!
Sweet.
Distance of 120 divided by the time is 3. So 40 is the answer to this. You're going to use that answer as part of the next question. That's why you need to know that that's 40. Okay, since you didn't get to get finished on it. Alright. So at that speed, how long would it take her to travel 400 miles? So how long
I think I got this wrong. I feel like
You're confident?
yeah. Come.
If you guys can't quit chatting up here, you go back to your seats and this will fall.
Sometimes.
You're distracting me.
Sarah, you get that? Whoa.
Who put that
Okay.
one?
So someone multiplied, and that's okay. Hey,
Jake.
let's not laugh at somebody's mistake. That's not nice at all.
Zeros.
When you're looking for time, we wrote down in your notes, time is equal to distance divided by rate. So it'd be 400 divided by 40. Okay.
You added
Look at-
6 and too many zeros.
It says, how long would it take?
Take her. Yeah, I could have left off the word her and been okay, or taken off the and been okay.
So
Yeah, I had a mistype. How long would it take her? Take her.
I didn't notice that.
I didn't either because my mind autocorrects.
Your mind auto.
That's a nice feature to have.
I think
All
everybody
right.
says that.
It takes my wife.
Good grammar, my wife and I.
It takes my wife and I 5 hours to travel to her hometown, which is 300 miles away. What is our speed that we're traveling at?
I already know this one. What highway are you guys on?
69
Alright, let's see this.
through Kansas City.
What's
Interstate
our town?
35 across on.
Is that
Around
true?
70 something miles an hour.
Is that true or did you make that up?
It's mostly true.
Where's your hometown at? Where's your home?
Clarence, Missouri.
Clarence?
It is north of Columbia, Missouri, about an hour, and then if you know where Hannibal, Missouri is, it's north of St. Louis, about 2 hours.
Did she come here? Did she come here for college or something?
She went to Joplin, that was our Christian college.
That you would do?
I met her over there. I met her on an accidental thing.
You met her on a what?
Accident type thing, just on a.
Coincidence, like in a coffee shop.
I just happened to be with a friend who went over to a concert. I saw her sing there and thought, wow, cute little redhead girl. And she could sing.
She could.
And but I didn't think anything about it. And then 2 weeks later, I was with him again because he was taking a class at our Christian college. So I went over just to hang out with him. And she comes walking in the room on that. I was like,
That's coincidence.
I feel like there's
some of it's called.
Did you whistle
Some
at
of
her?
it. Huh?
Did you whistle at her?
Did I whistle at her? I was more of a man.
She's
I
a
just had to
lady,
pick
not
my-
a dog.
I just had to pick my jaw.
Tyler's gonna live.
Is that really how you met her?
Well, that's what it is.
How'd you meet Eric?
And after that meeting,
No.
after that meeting, she went back to her dorm room and called her mom. Said, "I just met the man I'm gonna marry."
Oh, I know.
That's how
why.
much there was about
Oh,
me.
you're gonna say you won't want her to.
That was the air I had.
I know I did on this. I accidentally took 15 because that I looked like a 1.
She probably said
Okay.
JK after that.
So, which one was yours?
I was 20.
Okay, 20. So where do we get 6 from?
I don't know.
6 would have been 30 divided, so did you just not give the 0 on maybe somebody? Okay. All right. So the speed was 60 miles per hour. That is how long it used to take us, because 69 up to Kansas City used to not be 75 miles an hour.
It used to be 60.
Okay, it used to be 65, and then going through Kansas City was not always super fast, and then the highway going to her parents was just 60 miles an hour.
So what if you guys
There's plenty of things stopped.
So you didn't speed like everybody else does?
Yeah.
What's that?
You didn't speed like everybody else does?
I didn't speed, no, not like
Do you
everybody
not go
else. I go
slow?
a little bit faster, but I don't.
No,
I do not fly.
Didn't
No.
you go 61?
Yeah, I'll do that.
My mom
But
lied.
here's the situation.
I go 5 miles.
How long would it take us if our average speed was 66 miles per hour instead? Okay, round your answer to the nearest tenth. And if you need a calculator to do that real quick. I don't want everybody to run up and get a calculator, but try to get it set up there.
Give me
Yes,
one,
Miguel.
Jakey.
Because you're looking for how long, so you're looking for time. Time is equal to distance over rate. So the distance is the same, but your rate is now 66 miles an hour. Rounded to the nearest tenth.
I don't know the distance.
Because from here, the distance doesn't change. We're still going to the same place.
Wait, what? How do you round it? Wait, 10. Yeah.
Cody, did you ask if it was actually true? It's actually 286 miles
You lied.
to their house from our house, but
I'm
to
gonna
make the
s-
problem
I'm
Why
worse.
did I
gonna
just
s-
hit the clear buttons? What?
I'm not going to cheat every time. Tired of cheating.
Round to the nearest 10.
Correct.
I did it correctly.
What would it be? It'd be like.
5-4 repeated.
Is that right?
Wait, the time?
How would you?
How
Time
long it
would
would
be
take?
5
many
minutes,
hours?
wouldn't it?
If it was 60 miles.
I'll be like, oh, well, I just.
So what do you put? 4?
Yeah, by now.
Huh?
Oh, here? Circle of 5.
I did.
4.5.
Where's the point?
Oh, I put 5.
Where's the point? What'd you
This
put?
is a good question to see how you're,
What'd you put?
to see a couple of things. We're checking your decimal place value knowledge, checking your rounding abilities. 2 things on top of the fact that we're just answering questions. Okay.
Okay,
Who are we waiting on there? Chatlin and Sierra?
Jake, what'd you put? Really vote for my
It's funny because you asked me.
Dude, you're one of the smartest ones that
Because I know you don't trust me.
No, I just don't get this.
Sierra, did you take 300 divided by 66?
Yeah, I just can't find the period.
Okay. You boys take your calculators back. Everyone who's finished, take your clickers and put those up, please.
Yay!
I
What'd
got
you put, Jake?
4.5.
4.5 is correct. If you wrote 5, that was rounding it to the nearest whole number.
Oh, so I was not.
Jesse,
Six
you're
times.
such a failure.
You're having fun, I know.
I know
You're
that
so
now.
mean.
Sorry.
Copied off my answers, so that's your fault.
Why not? I didn't. I don't know.
The only time you multiply is if you're looking for how far you're traveling.
Oh, I need to go push up.
Here, wouldn't be enough.
She's wearing a yellow shirt.
Go,
Shirt too.
go, go.
Oh, I remember that.
Copied off my answers, so
Put it somewhere.
Who, Hannah did?
yeah.
Hannah, that teaches you not